The Tennessee Department of Transportation, or TDOT, Aeronautics Division, recently held their annual series of General Aviation Regional Meetings, commonly known as GARMs. TDOT Aeronautics Division would like to thank the airport's consultants and TDOT staff who attended and participated in the GARMs. This short video will serve to reiterate the key takeaways as presented. If you have questions regarding any of the content, please reach out to your TDOT Aeronautics Division project manager or program monitor. Takeaway 1. Keep it simple. The TDOT Director of Aeronautics, JP Solvector, discussed how TDOT Aeronautics Division has implemented a series of changes and adjustments to workflows with the goal of simplifying processes. TDOT Aeronautics Division wants to emphasize that they are open to feedback and eager to respond with improvements. Takeaway 2. Prioritize non-primary entitlements, or NPEs. In his discussion on programming and monitoring, Assistant Director John Briggs urged airports to plan NPE use on an ACIP project or projects in years 1 or 2 and spend by year 4. NPE dollars not needed for a project or projects will not be requested from the FAA.
So the analogy I've always heard is with federal funds, you got to be a shark, not a squirrel. As soon as you get funding, you want to spend it. The only way to show that you need money is to come with your pockets in. It's like, I don't have any. It's gone. I need more money. If you're the squirrel with your cheeks full, they're like, oh, you don't need anything. You got plenty of money in the bank. What are you asking us for? So spend for federal funds. I know it sounds kind of wasteful, but the money's there. If we don't spend it, it's going back.
Takeaway 3. The ACIP confirmation deadline is September 13th, 2024. Aeronautics Division's Evan Lester also emphasized that it is important to meet with airport stakeholders and your consultant to discuss and provide feedback on the drafted program ACIP. This should be done prior to the ACIP working session with TDOT Aeronautics Division and using the ACIP review checklist.
So what we're going to do is we're going to send you the draft ACIP to work off of for your working session. And so the next step in the process following the GARMs, and we send you all the draft ACIP, is we do ask that you please discuss that internally with your stakeholders, whether it be your consultant, elected officials, your airport boards, airport authorities. We really want you to have a discussion internally about what you like and what you don't like. And so we provided this checklist here. You may have grabbed that as a handout. So this ACIP review checklist is just a helpful tool to have those internal discussions with your airports, with your consultant.
TDOT Aeronautics Division has recently rolled out an enhanced ACIP process. As part of this process, TDOT Aeronautics Division would like to emphasize a few key points. Promote continuous communication about your projects. Notify TDOT Aeronautics Division's planning and environmental staff about changes in project cost estimates and anticipated PSR dates. In turn, TDOT Aeronautics Division will touch base with each airport throughout the year at least once a month. When considering your ACIP, be realistic with schedules. Use past performance as a key indicator and consider workload leveling strategies. Takeaway 4. Maximizing ACIP. In the latter portion of the meeting, TDOT Aeronautics Division's Ryan Traversa and Christopher Starr provided obstruction identification and asset management updates to emphasize the following points. TDOT Aeronautics Division is aiming to help clear the 20-to-1 state licensing approach surface obstructions through the ACIP or other methods. In addition, pavement maintenance is key to unlocking the ACIP for other projects. TDOT Aeronautics Division is working to identify better strategies to maintain and improve pavements prior to the deterioration phase, thus freeing up funding for other airport projects. Takeaway 5. Grant assurances. Compliance with grant assurances is crucial for continued grant funding. Make sure your airport is in compliance with all grant assurances, especially in regards to lease agreements pursuant to Grant Assurance Number 5 and fair market value for all lease and rental agreements pursuant to Grant Assurance Number 24. The final takeaway is aviation funding advocacy. The funding forecast shows funding for aviation projects declining through 2028. JP urged attendees to take action on this matter.
So the forecast, as far as we're seeing it, is a decline in overall funding. And so that's where we need your help. So this is our call to action. We really need each airport to advocate for funding for their airport. If we're doing that collectively, if the General Assembly is hearing it from all angles, it's going to click that, hey, we need more funding for aviation. So I've got a link to a tool here, Find Your Legislator. That's on the General Assembly's website. You just go to the map, pick your location. It'll give you your senator, your representative, even your congressional district and their contact information. Really easy to use tool. And you got options on how you want to engage with them. You can write letters. We encourage you to schedule visits and meetings. They're not scary people. They're actually, there to represent you. You are their constituents. So engaging with them is extremely vital. Letting them know the impact that your airport provides to the community and the funding that it needs to realize its vision and just to maintain the airport is super critical. So I encourage those discussions.
Thank you for reviewing the key takeaways as presented at the GARMs. If you have any questions regarding any of the content of this summary, please reach out to your TDOT Aeronautics Division project manager or program monitor.